Hello, I'm Neil Turner, and it's a real pleasure and a privilege to be introducing the new online MSc in Internal Medicine from the University of Edinburgh and the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh. The University of Edinburgh was founded in 1583 by the Town Council, unusually, the fourth Scottish university at a time when England had only two. The medical school didn't follow until 1726, but it very rapidly expanded and was indeed much bigger than the number of patients in its hospital. Over the next 200 years it exported thousands of doctors who practiced all over the world and set up many medical schools. So here we are, and if we zoom in we'll see our base in Edinburgh, just looking out onto the Firth of Forth. We're on the southeast edge of the city in a rather beautiful new modern hospital. Just beneath this castle that Mary Queen of Scots lived in for a while, and the French soldiers who were there to look after are camped down here, so this whole area is called Little France. This is me and O'Leary in my office, puzzling over how to use this wondrous video technology. This is another view of the office and the camera itself. And what we're really here for is to show some of the resources we've chosen to use on this course. The big blue books up here are the Oxford Textbook of Medicine, but next to it is Edinburgh's very own project, Davidson's Textbook of Medicine, first produced in 1952, and here are approximate alternate editions, getting bigger and fatter, but with more colour illustrations ever since. And these are the buildings. So this is the hospital, and that was the accident and emergency department at the right. The wards are behind all this. There's the main entrance. This next entrance with the university badge is a university building with lecture theatres and teaching, and that's where O'Leary is based. And round to the left here is the Queen's Medical Research Institute, in which my office is based, and you saw its view looking back onto the trees before the castle. O'Leary's base is in the Centre for Medical Education, and she shares this space with them. As you can see, we're really looking forward to the clinical education module that they're going to provide. That's the notorious Euclid on the screen. You'll have seen our course homepage at internalmeded.org, and you can get full details of the curriculum and syllabus by clicking over here. And on the left hand side you can see links to some of the resources that I've mentioned, the Oxford Textbook of Medicine online and Davidson's Textbook of Medicine online. But in addition to the things which you'll see listed in the curriculum, we're going to be throwing a number of other things at students starting from the first week. This is one of them. This is cases or images to interpret and comment on. We'll also be throwing through papers to criticise, and although these aren't going to be part of the assessment in the first few months at any rate, they probably will be in the future. But I think perhaps more interesting than that is the possibility that as you get used to the format, you might be able to contribute some of these cases and get your name on them. And you'll see that the format is, there's a stem with some information about the patient, and a week or so later, perhaps after some discussion behind the scenes on the discussion forums, we'll post the answer, and then you can see what the experts thought or what you thought between you. In the case of papers, one option that we have is to post really good evaluations to F1000 Medicine. That's also available to you, and it's linked from the top left. And if, for instance, I click to one that I looked at earlier, here are some evaluated articles in Medicine recently. Here's one that's had a real lot of interest, mortality after fluid bolus in African children with severe infection. When you click down onto this, you get further detail on what they've done, and you can see lots of detail, quite a lot of which actually is people saying why they think that this stuff done in Africa doesn't matter to them working on intensive care units in the developed world. I think they're wrong, and it's that kind of disagreement that we'll be looking forward to you contributing to the operation. Well, there's lots more to say, but I'm just going to say two things. The first is that although we were only going to run year one in this first year, we're going to run two modules that are scheduled as being down for year two. first in renal medicine and the second in clinical education. And you just saw their base a minute ago. I hope soon to be able to bring you a message from Neil Dewhurst, the President of the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh, who I'm going to be joining in Colombo at the Ceylon College of Physicians meeting there. But I thought I'd just finish with 1 minute of pictures from Edinburgh, where the festival has just finished, and more widely in Scotland. So here we go. So I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible online soon. All the very best.